Welcome back. Today is a very special day. Of course, it is 30th of January and it's my mentor's birthday. So, who is my mentor? My mentor, I would say, is someone I worked with when I was in Gulf for 2 years. So, why do I say she is my mentor? Her name is actually Mera, and as I told you, so many things in my life work like it's all intuitive for me. It's all like something from within me is guiding me to get connected with some people, to to take a certain route, a direction, or to go to some places. It all works for me like a divine guidance many times, and I get that feeling when I connect with some people, and when I take a certain path or get into a, you call it a building, or to a place. It's all intuitive for me, and intuitive plus it is all divine guidance. I feel like that, and it's not just a feeling, it's something that has worked for me, and I believe in it because it has worked for me like that. So one of the things that happened for me as when I followed my sense of intuitiveness is to decide to join a school where I worked for 2 years, and in those 2 years I'd been with some people who influenced me so much in a way that it opened me up and it made me realize what I can do. When in life you realize what you can do, it would close the other doors, and like all the excuses that you've been making of why you cannot do, it just fades away. It's like some people are here to make you focus on what you can do, and that makes a lot of difference in your life. Especially for me, it was a very difficult time for me in my life, and as we all have difficult times, I was in the verge of depression. I would say depression in the sense mild depression, because that's kind of when you don't want to focus on anything that is positive in your life and around. You are all the time focused on the negativity that is around and within you. So at those times what happens, and even in my life until then, I've always lived kind of not knowing what I can do. So being there, she and particularly I would like to mention about her today because it is her birthday, and her role in my life, Miss Mera, it's something that I cannot ever forget, because what she did to me is to, like they say, she just challenged me in many ways. And every time I was challenged, I was able to raise the bar, and with a sense of reverence towards her. It's not like sometimes when we challenge others, what happens is that they don't receive it in that sense. They take it like in the wrong sense. Like they say, competitiveness is always good, but it is not good if you are just taking it in the wrong way. When you want to try to be above them, that's wrong. That will never help you. So for me, it never occurred. I always took it in the spirit of a challenge, and I just did everything for her because I had so much of reverence, and that helped me to understand and to learn more about myself. So what happened is that all the negativity that I was focusing on until then, it just vanished, and I was more able to focus on the positivity there is within me and around me. And that was possible only because I would say I was with her. In her presence, and the vibes that she carried is so different. It's so different. So and there are so many things that you can learn from such people. she is a workaholic in the sense she likes so much to work. That is one thing, and she does her thing so well. It's like what you say, it is like walking the talk. I always told her that. Some people walk but they don't talk. Some people talk, but that talk which they do has nothing to do with their walk. Right? So that was never there with her. She maintained a harmony. So whenever she was around, I was so inspired to work, and I always made it clear to her that it mattered to me. Until the end, until the time we were together, I always told her that your presence matters to me because I've been able to learn so much. I've been challenged, and I particularly in all areas, I would say. So that is her role in shaping my destiny, and until now there was never a day in my life when I have not thought about her. Honestly, not even a day. It did not pass without thinking about her. So it's like because some people can influence you so much, especially by their presence, especially by the way they have touched you in many ways. It's like they actually knew what needs to be done with you so that you get better. And that's something, and both of it, when you're teaching someone, what happens is that you have to, both the student and the teacher must be receptive. It doesn't work out if one of them is receptive and the other is not. And that is when you get to learn, and that is when such good relationships are born. When both of us, in the sense the one who is giving and the one who is receiving, are receptive to each other, and they value each other, it happens only in those times. So that's how. So today is a special day. It's because my mentor Mala Mera's birthday, and I wished her I wished her in the sense I wished her in the morning, because usually I try not to forget many birthdays, but it so happens that sometimes we do forget. And many times whenever I've forgotten birthdays, I've always told them, and as well I have tried to tell myself that it doesn't matter if you're forgotten. Whenever you remember, you just make it a point to get in touch with them and tell them that so and so, I just forgot about it. To forget such things is very common unless you have a reminder, and so it's okay. But thankfully I did not forget a birthday, and today I could wish her. So let me ask you, have you been in touch with anybody in this world? Or some people have many people who have influenced their life like this. It's not just one. And it's quite possible, because we are living in a world where there are a lot of good people, and it's not about being good or bad. It's about how some people influence you. They give you the right kind of guidance. They open your eyes. They make you see what is possible, what you can, and they so much they encourage you by their presence and by the way they do things. For that, what you should learn in life is that you should be inspired watching others do good. That is one thing. You have to be inspired by the good that others do. You, instead of having any feelings of jealousy or envy, it's all not good. It's all negative aspects, which if it enters your mind, kind of it contaminates you from within you, and you cannot ever take advantage of the opportunities that God has given you. So the best thing that you can do is to cleanse your mind very often, every day, right? And be open to all the positivity around, because we never know when we are going to meet someone who is going to influence us so much, let me tell you. Because it has happened to me, and I'm sure it is happening in your life as well. Maybe you have met someone, or maybe one person in your life, or more than one person. For some people there are many such opportunities that they have taken advantage of when they were put with a person who knows more than them and who has the experience of working in some area, and maybe they know so much and you could learn from them. For that you have to be receptive to that person. That is one thing. You have to be open. You must know that you are here so that you can learn something good from that person. That's the reason God has put you with that person. Sometimes we take such instances for granted, but fortunately for me it has been like I've had the privilege of being with some people in my life who have influenced me so much, so that those times are never wasted. So because it goes with you all the way. So that is about today. So do you have any mentor in your life? Do you have somebody that you look forward to? Do you have do you have someone in your mind that who inspires you? It's all important in life, so important, because we all need some inspiration to carry on. Even in workplace, I've always seen that if there are people who work well, they inspire you a lot. It's not the other way around. If there are people who talk and talk and talk, or who are kind of lazy maybe, then they don't inspire you at all, right? So that's how it works. So if you have someone in your life who inspires you, who has been there in your life to direct you, to guide you, then you have to always be open about it and express your gratitude. So be thankful. First of all, be thankful to God that God gave you the opportunity to be around with some people like this, and also to express your thankfulness by words and deeds. So how can you be thankful to people by your deeds? If you have been trained, or if you have had the opportunity like what I'm talking about. So when I told you have to express your gratitude, how do you do that? I mean, beyond words. Of course, by words and by writing, we can always share our gratitude and thankfulness. But apart from that, by deeds, when I say, what do you think I mean when I say express your gratitude by deeds? Tell me. To express your gratitude by deeds would mean to not to be sidetracked in sense, if you have been disciplined all your life, if you have been hardworking in your life, if you have been doing well in the presence of someone, keep doing the same way even when you are separated. That is how you express your gratitude. Like if somebody has so much trust in you that you are a good person, that you are capable, if somebody has told you, whenever you come across that person, that thing strikes you, that it comes to your mind that you are so capable. And because the thing is that when you trust someone and they give you they share their good opinion with you, what happens is it remains with you all the time, and it works like a motivation the next time you come across such people. So what you try to do is you do more good, because you are so inspired by what they said, and you try to keep up that record. So that is how you express your gratitude. To express your gratitude means, if you let me give you an example, like your mother said that you are so good in this area, you are so good in writing. Maybe she told you that you are so good in drawing. Maybe she said you are so good in communicating. So what happens is that it remains with you all the time, because she told you so, and it matters to you. And so what happens is that even if she is not around, even if you are away from that person, you try to keep the same thing. You try to improve your communication skills, and so that, because you just don't want to go below that level, because you kind of you just want to express your gratitude by deeds, which means that you want to keep going in the same track, and just because you have parted from that person, you don't let go those good qualities which you had while you were there with that person. That's how I think, that's how I do it, to express my gratitude to people who have had a good role in my life, who have inspired me. Some people even don't know that, that I'm still inspired by them. There are such people. So maybe someday but sometimes when I say, they don't understand it, they don't know that how much they inspire me, and but it's always there. So all this inspiration, this is how it works. When somebody says that you are good in this and this, you are good in some area, and it happens that you tend to keep it up. You don't want to go below that. So that is how you express your gratitude. Whenever you think of that person, you just know that whatever you had then, you still have it, or that you have got better in that area. So how else can you express your gratitude than to improve? There's something very strange about people who care about you genuinely, who love you, who care about you. They usually want to see you flourish. Yeah, they want to see you do good. They want to see you get better in life, and that everything that they do, they speak, it is only to help you get better. So that is one sign of somebody liking you. They will never try to put you on hold, or unless it is for a period or for a very good reason, that is. But otherwise, somebody who loves you would try to help you get better, because that is the ultimate thing that gives them happiness, to see that you are doing better in life, right? So that's how it works. So this, you can check this. This is a simple tip that I've given, so you see that whether they are trying to help you get better, which is a sign that they really care about you. They care about you. So if you're around people who care about you, they are definitely going to see that you are getting better in one way or other, or in many ways. All right. So that's the tip of Monday. So happy Monday. It's a productive day. I hope you had a good day. So I was reading about a film today. The film is called Pathan. It seems it's a blockbuster hit movie now. I don't know, but I just watched a trailer of it, and I watched a song as well, and I felt so happy that Bollywood is doing good now, slowly but surely getting back to their form, like how it used to be. I take great pleasure in knowing that some of the actors whom I liked in my 20s, they are doing good even now. I'm not saying that newcomers are no good, they are all good, but then we have some kind of special fond attachment to the people whom we knew when we were young. Okay, young in the sense, which doesn't mean that we are old now, but the thing is, those were the times when you had much time and much interest in watching movies and getting in touch with the film world, which after a certain age, when we prioritize our schedules, what happens is that takes a back burner, and all the entertainment, and usually it is the movies and the film that doesn't have that much of relevance in that period of your life. So that is how you kind of get cut off and separated from that world. But so what happens is that still you have the connections with your time when you were in touch with those people in your 20s, and it really feels good to see them do well. So who were your favorite film actors when you were in your 20s? If you are in your 20s, then probably this question is for you as well. Now, who are your favorite actors and actresses? I had so many actors and actresses when I was in my 20s, and I was most of the Bollywood actors, that is. And strangely, at those times when we used to watch there's Chitrahar and Super 20 and blah blah blah, all these. So we were still in touch with the movies that were old at those times, which means the movies that were released in 80s, we were still aware of all those movies and connected with those actors as well, who are still there in the movies. They are not separated. They are still a part of film world, and I feel good knowing that they are all still active and doing what they love. It makes a lot of difference. So today finally I came to a conclusion that you must be doing what you love in your life. That's very important. Ultimately it's about that. Many times when I'm making this video, it's something that I love doing because it has so many benefits, which I feel. That's a reason. This is a time when I can take a nap, but I don't do it. I like to make a video and share my views and stay connected somehow. It actually helps me a lot, but I don't want to disclose in what ways it helps me. But it does help me, and I love doing it. Okay, so and like I spend some time in the chamber in the morning, texting and not actually texting but writing and going through the current affairs and sharing my views again. Sharing my views is something that I keep doing. I don't know, and my preferred medium is writing rather than talking, but talking is as well fine, but more of writing. So today when I was there, I just concluded that people must do more of what they love doing. Whether or not some people like it or don't, it's not going to bother you. You just have to keep doing what you love doing. And ultimately it comes to that point, and you have to let it be at that point. That's life, okay? Unless it is against law or unless it is something that you do to harm others. So why not do what you love doing? More of that, because it gives you pleasure. It is the driving force that helps you move forward. And when you have the driving force and when you're doing something that you love doing, it brings more of motivation. It brings more of positivity, joy, and you stay in peace. Ultimately, that's it. So that's about it for today. Monday motivation. I'll be back tomorrow with something new. Today's a dull day. I've been waiting for sun to show up so there is proper lighting. I could walk and take you to the sun, etc., but the sun is not there. Take care.